The Financial Intelligence Unit aspires to come to Oxygen TV. It's a delight to host you on Face of the Nation program. They say nobody introduces anybody better than themselves, and that's why I want to give you a minute maybe to tell us more about yourself before we speak about the Financial Intelligence Unit in details.
Thank you so much, Sarah. This is a great opportunity for the Financial Intelligence Unit for people to know what it is. My name is Honorable Dr. Abraham Tilar Niknora. I am the Executive Director of the Financial Intelligence Unit, South Sudan.
Wonderful. Now, the first thing people will always ask themselves is, what is the Financial Intelligence Unit? So could you please tell us and elaborate more on what the Financial Intelligence Unit is, what are the objectives, and also what prompted to the establishment of the Financial Intelligence Unit?
Absolutely. It's a very good question because people, we are really very much into the point that people need to know what is the Financial Intelligence Unit. Financial Intelligence Unit is a national center for receive and analysis of suspicious transactions and relevant money laundering information, associated predicate offenses, and terrorist financing. And the objectives of the Financial Intelligence Unit South Sudan is to receive and analyze the suspicious activity reports and also suspicious transactions report. And the main functions of the Financial Intelligence Unit is to receive, analyze, and disseminate the financial intelligence report to the law enforcement agencies for investigation, of course, for further investigation and the prosecution of those crimes.
Wonderful. This is a very huge topic to talk about, and I think it's very important for the audience to know about the Financial Intelligence Unit. Now, ever since the establishment of this Financial Intelligence Unit, what have been some of the things you've been able to accomplish as the Financial Intelligence Unit, South Sudan?
Before I go to the for the things that we've achieved so far, maybe I will just give you more information on the structure of the Financial Intelligence Unit. The Financial Intelligence Unit, like you asked before, how is it came about to be called Financial Intelligence Unit South Sudan. In 2011, when South Sudan got independent, our parliament, the government of South Sudan, enacted the law, which is called Anti-Money Laundering and Counter-Terrorist Financing Act 2012. So it actually was passed in 2012. So that law is the law that established Financial Intelligence Unit. So basically the structure of it is that the head of the Financial Intelligence Unit is the commissioner. So, and the first commissioner was appointed in 2019, and then and that was Honorable Bak Mariak, and then he was relieved in 2022, and the second commissioner, who is the current commissioner, Honorable John Daniel Kipa, was appointed in September in 2022. So basically, I'm the deputy, because the executive director is the deputy commissioner. So, but why they don't call it the deputy is because we also have to make it relevant according to the Financial Action Task Force, especially the international standard, because that's how the structure is. So executive directors automatically become a deputy to the commissioner. So that's where we are at the moment. So far, since myself and the current commissioner, Honorable John Daniel Kipa, appointed in 2022, when we came to the office, South Sudan was very much in a very bad shape, especially when it comes to international standard. We were given by the financial action task force, especially the Eastern Bloc, because Eastern Bloc, I will explain later what it is. It is the Eastern and Southern Africa Anti-Money Laundering Group, because we became a member to that body. So basically, we're given 29 items by the party to make sure that we address those deficiencies and meet the international standard as the country. So basically, so far, without going into detail, as the country, we have achieved 18 items at the moment. So you can see we have remained only with 11 items. And I just want to thank our government, especially His Excellency, the President Salva Kiir, because our parliament are doing a great job. As you can see, last week, the law, which is the MLCFT Act 2012, is actually being amended. So it's amended because things which were not there before are being incorporated, and the law is amended officially. And now we are waiting only that the president to sign it into a law. And then also there were 3 conventions. There's a convention which is called the Vienna Convention, 1988. There's a convention, Palermo Convention with 3 Protocol 2000, and there's a convention of the organized transnational organized crime. So those 3 conventions were ratified officially, only waiting for the president to ascend them into a law, and this is the great achievement for the country. So basically, I believe that in the next round of evaluations by the party and Eastern Bloc, South Sudan will be in a different level. And by mentioning that, South Sudan is actually being grey list. We are on the grey list financial sanction, and that was placed on South Sudan in 2021. So basically, if we didn't do anything about it, especially to meet the requirements for those 29 items, would have been actually blacklisted. So what we are avoiding is to be blacklisted. So we are working so hard as the Financial Intelligence Unit to be able to come out from the grey list, so that we become like any other country globally. So this is where we are at the moment. The Financial Intelligence Unit has 6 directorates. That's our structure. And those 6 directorates, each directorate is headed by the director. We have the number of the staff at the moment, and in the near future, we are also going to recruit more staff so that we'll be able to meet the demands. And that's where we are.
Wonderful. You mentioned earlier that you had 29 items to accomplish. You were able to tick 18 from the list, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is a very big milestone that you've been able to cross as the Financial Intelligence Unit. Now, the Financial Intelligence Unit will be holding the workshop coming from the 12th to the 13th. And we want to know more about the workshop. What is this workshop about, and why does the Financial Intelligence Unit host this workshop? What is the objectives for holding this workshop?
Sarah, thank you so much for that question. One of the challenges that the Financial Intelligence Unit is facing in South Sudan at the moment is the awareness. People have no idea about what is money laundering, terrorist financing, and other relevant financial crimes that the individuals and the companies are committed. So basically, we came up with the option that having a national awareness, it will be a vital way of educating the public, the general publics, to know about money laundering and terrorist financing. So basically, we have 2 days workshop. The one for the 12th of August, which is Monday next week, is very much going to focus on the government officials. So we have invited all the government officials to be able to come and learn of about money laundering, terrorist financing, and where we are at the moment, and how are we going to combat the financial crime, and how are we going to come out from the gray list, so as the country. So basically, that's what we'll focus on Monday. Then on the 13th, on Tuesday, is going to focus on financial institutions and non-financial institutions. So financial institutions, these are all the banks, all the managing directors and compliance officers within the commercial banks are going to attend. And also when we talk about the non-financial institution, these are the lawyers, the insurance companies, the real estate companies. So basically they're the one going to come on Tuesday, and also for them to learn, so that when it comes to reporting, they need to know what are the suspicious activity reports and what are the suspicious transaction reports that need to be reported to the financial intelligence unit. So when it comes to money laundering and terrorist financing. So basically it's all about for them to learn, and then we take on from there. Because if we are all in one page, on one page as the country, then it would be very easy for us to come out from the gray list. Because staying on the financial sanction, which is the gray list, is not good for the country. Because if we talk about investment, we are talking about international transactions and things like that. So we have been affected because of this, but we don't know. So people are talking about a silent sanction. There's no silent sanction. This is the sanction is already. So, but we are trying to educate people that there's no such a silent sanction. So this is the sanction itself, the gray list. So people are coming to learn, what is the gray list? Is it just a color, or what is it? So basically, this is what we are going to do. And once we finish with that, then we'll now go to the general public for them to learn about this. So, and I think it's a great thing to have. And we can't wait for Monday and Tuesday.
Wonderful. When we speak of financial crimes, it sounds like a very big, impossible world, thing that only happens maybe in the Western world or in movies or things like that. But would you elaborate on that and tell us, when you speak of financial crimes, what could be the possible examples that you'd share with us?
Thank you so much, Sarah. When we talk about financial crimes, people think that, you just pocket someone's money, and maybe, or like Toronto boys, you snatch someone's bag and things like that. That's a financial crimes only. No, when we talk about money laundering, and I'll give you the example, at the moment, the cases that we investigate, I will give you an example. You find someone who is selling 50, have the car yard with a number of 50 cars only. And you see that person with a car yard with 50 cars, and if you go and check the background of such person, you will see that is building 10-story buildings in Juba. And if you analyze that one's apartment is worth 1.8 million, and already 10s are already built. So if you come and investigate such a case, you see that you come and ask such a person and say, what do you do? And the person say, I have a car yard, I sell cars. And you said, okay, for the last 2 years, how many cars did you sell? And the person will say, none, for the last 2 years. And when you look at what he's building for the last 8 months, he's already building 10 apartments. And those apartments are worth $11 million. You see, even if him to sell those 50 cars, B8s, for example, they will not even amount into the $11 million. So they basically, automatically, they become suspicious. That's what we call suspicious activity report. Because either someone will report it, or there must be a way that information will come. So basically, if you analyze such a case, it is already what? A financial crime, because financial analysis, when it gets involved, you will immediately know that there's money laundering involved, there's a fraud, there's a corruption, So those are the financial crimes already involved in that case. So, and when it comes to terrorist financing, for example, people say that when it comes to terrorism, then someone goes to one of the hotels and blow people up with a bomb, and then say, no, that's a terrorist activity. No, terrorism also has levels. For example, if we talk about terrorist financing, before terrorist act, there's a terrorist financing. Because you will never find a terrorist that taking an action without being financed. So basically, what we are talking about terrorist financing here is that there must be a financing. You are financing someone to conduct the terrorist activities. That's what the terrorist financing is all about. Especially if we come and talk about the action being taken by the terrorism. For example, if you talk about the rebels, let's consider the rebels, or maybe a group of people sitting in the bush somewhere and are kidnapping and then taking people hostage, and then they're asking for ransom, a lot of money, saying that for us to free you, you must bring 10 million pounds. So basically, if you put into the category of labeling such people, they're already a terrorist. That's now become a terrorist act, because already they're financing themselves for them to take that activity. That's why they're asking for money, they're taking people hostage, and they're in the bush and things like that. So it's just a matter of putting that report to the law enforcement agencies and say, what is happening in this area is not just a rebellion. It is a terrorism, because if you are targeting civilian, you are taking people hostage, you are also killing, doing and threatening people, a lot of things that define what is the terrorism, what the terrorism is all about. So basically, this is what I just want to say, that these are the things that on Monday and Tuesday next week during the workshop, these are the things that we are going to talk about and try to educate our government officials and also the financial institutions and non-financial institutions. And as well, the public will also learn from that, because this area is new for our people, and we must make sure that people must be educated so that they know that this is what it means, money laundering and terrorist financing.
This has been surely a very interesting conversation regarding the Financial Intelligence Unit, and I believe that this is a very informative session for the audience. And thank you for informing us about the Financial Intelligence Unit and also the upcoming activity, which is the awareness workshop from the 12th to the 13th. I wish you all the best of luck as the Financial Intelligence Unit with this activity and furthermore activities that you'll be conducting. Thank you so much for being on the show on Oxygen TV, Face of the Nation program, Honorable Abraham Talar.
Thank you, my pleasure.
This is Oxygen. Breathe in.